let's start this thing off here. We are the LGM boys. This is Chase, Desi, Steven, and Carl.
My bad, I didn't do it right.
Oh, we've been practicing that.
We've been practicing Blakeston's wave.
Yeah, that's the way that she does it. Anyways, today's podcast, we're going to talk about New York.
We went to New York. We went to New York City of the New York State variety.
Yeah, and we just.
That's not to be confused with Old York. The Old York is dead and gone. New York is here to stay.
Yeah, Old York doesn't even exist anymore, does it?
Yorkshire.
I'm
just saying English sounding words.
I was going to say,
know.
that sounded right.
This is New York, though.
This
is the city that never sleeps. Rest your head on the Big Apple, my friend.
Yep. So we went for how many days?
Went for how many days?
This many's.
We went for 4 days or 5 days.
4 days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
5 days.
We went for 5 days. Desi, numbers
Close
are hard.
enough.
It's hard.
We went to New York City for 5 days as a semi-professional. Well, it was for professional reasons, but fortunately, our profession is hanging out with the boys, so it was a fun trip professionally.
Jack-offery.
Pure shenanigans and jack-offery.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but
waffles. We had the multiple waffles of the waffle variety. That was the main portion of it. Fuck everything else.
We had a lot of pastries.
Steven, did New York have any pastries available?
New York has a pastry every 15 feet, and I had all of them.
There are none left. It's weird. He ran the city dry.
There was literally one right next door to the Airbnb.
Cream donut.
We stopped 9
again.
times. We stopped many a times.
He stopped 2 or 3 times. I've got video proof.
They were so good.
It was of the good variety.
Yeah, they were all very, very good.
So as a group, the LGM boys, us, we, those girls, us, went to New York City. The reason we went to New York City. It's the city of dreams. It's the land of opportunity up in those parts. There's a lot of connections, a lot of collaboration going on, a lot of people there in this entertainment and or
which is something I've always have heard but have never really considered. Just the amount of collaborations and opportunity that is there. I mean, we met some very cool people this time around the trip. Had some very cool opportunities. Like Alejandro and the gym, and then now
Daniel. Don't forget, I am Daniel Victor. He's way hotter than all of us combined.
Very cool. Nice.
How are you doing?
I fucking hate him because of it, but
but
hot.
In that, and now we have a gym that we can go up to and say what's up and work out when we're there, because I think we're trying to make it a regular thing to go up there.
Yeah.
So that's just a connection, just purely on working out and staying fit, but and that gym opportunity led to other things.
Yeah,
led to improv.
So shouts to Joe. If you guys are, for those of you who don't know, we have a manager who lives up in New York. His name is Joe Flores.
Mr. Flowers.
Joe Flowers.
Jose Flores.
At Joe Flowers Talent on Instagram and probably TikTok as well. But he's a freaking gangster. He lives up there and he works on getting us connections. And so he tells us to come up there as often as we can. And he's sort of the plug. Someone didn't silence their phone, which is rule number 1 for starting a podcast.
I did.
The mics won't pick it up, so it's okay.
So Joe lives up in New York, and he told us to come up there, and he got stuff lined up for us every single day that we were there. Photo shoots, brand opportunities, collaboration with Fitboxer. What's it called?
Light Sport.
Light Sport.
Light Sport.
They changed the name, which is the only reason I'm confused. Light Sport and Anthony Cocelli, who's a freaking absolute gangster, one of the nicest dudes
we love him.
we worked with.
So dope.
And just going to New York to explore opportunities and work with people and meet cool people. And the reason for doing that is because we're trying to work, actually, trying to make some connections and
build our brand and go forth with all that. So day 1, we flew in. Our flight was at 6 a.m. Stupid me booked that. So we fly in. We get into New York. What was it, 9?
9 a.m. It was good. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I liked the early morning flight.
Productivity wise, very good. Me getting up and only having 3 hours to sleep and getting there, bad.
I liked it. I liked the early flight. It makes me get up and we have a full day.
Yeah.
That way, when your head hits the pillow, you're out like a light.
It was a full day. We flew there and we had a full day in New York, and we even had something lined up first day. What did we do?
It was the dance. The first thing we did, we landed and he said, "Get your ass over here. We're dancing."
This dude Joe rented a studio, and he got a professional Broadway performer, and I think he was in a movie or in movie.
Yeah, he was a choreographer. The new movie with Jennifer Lawrence that's coming out.
This dude watched a TikTok dance.
Well,
for one,
wait, don't skip over the fact that he was her boyfriend
in the movie,
and he got to do the fondling number to the breasticles.
To the breasticles.
And that's pretty freaking cool.
I sniffed his fingers when he got there. So we're in a studio, and we're in a studio. that Joe got us. This dude walks in, and if you know anything about LGM Boys content, that's those girls, us, we. Go watch any of the dancing, quote unquote, I call it dancing because you can hardly call it that, trends that we've accomplished. And you can see firsthand how absolutely atrocious, god awful we are. This man walks in, pulls up the TikTok, was watching it, going through the motions,
Practicing.
had it down pat within 30 seconds, down enough to teach all of us. Not only teach all of us, his version was better, more dramatic, sexier, way better looking than the TikTok, and then spent the next half hour trying to teach us
And
something he learned in 4 seconds on a video.
And we failed miserably.
And when I say teach us, even the last take was not good enough,
Yeah.
but it was as good as it's going to get.
I'm pretty sure I deleted that footage from my phone. That will never come to light. Even though, no, I didn't. It's still there. But
And
it
it's
might.
posted already.
I made a
Is it?
highlight video. It
Is
took 10
It's posted.
minutes. Oh,
The
is
final of it?
Don't be confused. It is posted. I need you to know.
Who posted it?
It's on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's
well,
a
yeah,
30-minute
that's fine.
video
Yeah,
posted
Yeah,
on Patreon.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
well-
talking about the pure TikTok of us attempting to do the trend. Bad.
Yeah. I made a highlight
Bad,
video
bad.
on mine, and it took 15 minutes, and I got maybe 3 seconds of it. It was pretty good.
And he had to copy and paste and Photoshop, so we were all at different points. He made his own video using the computer.
Remember his name?
Yeah, of course it was.
Cue name here.
Great guy,
Yeah.
stand-up guy.
We followed him. I can't. We only
Yeah,
just
what
had the
is his
one
name?
day, and it was like 30,
Yeah,
30 minutes with him. So,
So,
it's
we
hard to
met
remember
this
the name.
guy, and he's just in a rush. You could
Nathan.
see he's got a
Yeah,
lot to
Nathan?
do. He's a
That
busy
sounds
man. He came in, met everybody, was as lovely as could be, giving us hugs and dabs and kisses and whatnot.
I made out
Very
with him.
handsome. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
And
he's handsome too.
This dude had the heart to teach us a dance right before he went to dance practice or something along those
He went
lines.
to go
Rehearsal.
rehearsal and teach choreography to Broadway dancers.
Yeah, he was
Real
going to see
dancers.
true professionals. This was like a kindergarten roundup compared to what he was getting ready to go
I was
do.
going with
What
the,
a
with
guy
the
to
preschool
do
number,
that.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So thanks to Joe, and I'm pissed that I can't remember his name. It's only pure stupidity. We have bad memory. Thanks to Joe and thanks to him, he was incredibly kind and professional and good at what he did. And to cherry on top, he was hot,
Yeah.
which pisses me off.
Lucky he didn't get punched right in the kisser.
Yeah,
Right in
just
the
lucky
mouth.
to get punched with my lips to his face.
I'm pissed. Every
You liked him
collaborator
that
we had
much.
was hotter than me. So fuck them. Fuck those guys.
So that was definitely day one. Got off the plane, went to the studio. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We got up at like 4 or 5, whatever, and we're already trying to learn a dance, which was an absolute pathetic excuse of a final result. But nonetheless, got that done, and then still had a full day to hang out and
Hold
dick
on.
around.
Do you guys remember the dance? Does anybody remember the dance?
I remember
this.
parts.
I remember
you did
parts.
that. You did this part. I remember that.
Can
you also
any
shook
of you
your ass in the
perform
air.
it for us real quick? Just real quick.
What about you?
Yeah,
Your
can
I
you
ass-
do
don't
it?
know if I remember.
I don't remember it.
Play the
enough to
video and,
perform
and
it.
All right,
you
Kyle
do it.
remembers.
Here we go.
I'll do it with you, Kyle. I'm not a bitch.
Our heads are gonna be cut off, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
We'll just stay underneath it.
Okay. This is kind of how it was.
Kind
This
of.
is not for sure.
This is exactly how it was.
It's gonna be
No
way
difference.
worse than the when we were practicing it, which was already very bad.
All right. So first thing was here, and then
The butt shake.
around that.
Oh,
No, around the head, and then down the side, and then it was a circle, and then a pop. It was.
Yep.
And
Get
then
in there, get
use
in
the
there.
momentum. Use the
Use the
momentum.
momentum,
Push
mhm.
this way, then this way,
Push it. And then around. Yeah. This is where Blakeston had problems because his neck
And
is
then
so
it
thuck.
was,
Oh, yeah. That's the one I remember. It's going
it
up and
was
down.
Down, up, down.
And then
Yep, down, up, down, up.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be
So-
hear any of that. We needed one
Yeah,
of us to
I
be
was-
narrating.
I
what-
was
what you were
semi-narrating
saying.
that. I said,
Yeah.
to the
So
left, you did it.
you guys get the idea. That's what it was.
It looked pretty much just like that.
I give it a 4 or 5 out of the realm of possibility in the world. I give it like a 2. Out of what's possible for us, I give it like a 4 or 5. It was not bad for what we're able to
What
do.
you guys are able to do, it's like a 9.5.
If that was as good as it
I
gets.
think if we had about like 7 more hours of practice, we'd have it down.
which is
7 more
which is
hours.
weird that it's such a maybe dancing. I can only assume dancing is like anything else. If you get used to moving your body, you get used to learning steps. It comes easier. You remember things easier, and you may have to learn a new dance next week. But the process of training your mind to learn dances gets better.
Well, he was fucking insane because he watched the video and then he said, "Okay, no, you need to do it like this."
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what the?
He was like, no, that.
He's like,
didn't
no,
look
that's
good.
bad.
Let
You're
me
trash.
change it.
yeah.
No, he was changing the video to be easier for
Yeah.
us. The dance to
Yeah.
be easier for us.
It was very good.
And making it look better though.
That's true.
Easier.
He everything he does. he
True
makes it look
professional.
better.
I bang him.
Yeah.
So that was a first day, and then then we had to just wait. We went and found food.
Oh yeah.
We had some Korean barbecue.
There
which
are
was-
restaurants in New York City.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, there was restaurants.
One or two.
Endless possibilities
No, just two.
of yum yums.
Yeah, and
And taste goods.
so we went. We were waiting for our Airbnb to open or to allow us to check in. So we had to, of course, just stop for food.
Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue. Brought all our
Why
luggage
not?
with us. Good. Fire. I mean, it was definitely
Yeah,
good. It wasn't bad.
good.
It was, but like for New York
A couple
standards,
days later, put
good.
everything into perspective.
Yeah.
good in New York is not good
Not
enough.
good enough. Especially if you're only there for a few days, a pretty good restaurant, don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Because there are excellent
How's
bomb
that
diggity.
restaurant? It's good. Never mind. How's that restaurant? Very good. We'll do it.
We'll do that one.
We'll do
yeah. So first day, did the dance, Korean barbecue, went through everything into the Airbnb. And I think just went walking around, discovering, exploring, not doing anything much. What else happened later that
See, this
evening?
doesn't help because we're stupid. So like, what did we do?
Day one
Well,
was
it's
a
not
blur of
because
tiredness.
we're dumb.
It is a
the thing.
Blur of tiredness.
It is though.
Yeah, so I think we ate food. We got back to the Airbnb, and then I think we walked around with Raquel
Mhm.
and Dom, and
Mhm.
Raquel was showing us Times Square. We went to Times
Oh, yeah.
Square and made a TikTok. We went shopping
Mhm.
for clothes for the photo shoot the next day. Finish up that TikTok because we needed it to be dark for the TikTok. Went to there was that roller skating thing that we
Mhm.
walked
Oh,
to.
Rockefeller
yeah.
Center.
Rockefeller Center. Yep.
It's not an ice skating rink during the summertime. It was a roller skating rink / dance party. It was music. It was a DJ there. They were
It was
just
a very cool
partying. I was
vibe.
like, what the fuck is going on here?
Mm.
That was nice.
So just good old fashioned exploration. Day one night, wake up. Day two.
Well, wait. Don't skip past our Airbnb and how small and tight it was and how much I liked it.
You see how much this frame is? That's how big the Airbnb was.
It's
Yeah.
that.
And
There's
there's-
carpet.
And there's 4 full size beds in there.
I got the pleasure of sleeping with Desi, though.
I like that they put the two big boys together, then everybody else got to
Yep.
sleep together. Like, what the fuck?
You were the only one I hadn't slept with.
What?
Now
Well,
you've completed the crew love
slept
trifecta.
them all,
the train.
baby.
Crew love train.
Now we sleep together every night.
Who's
What?
been who's been
We haven't
Yeah,
separated since.
Who was the
moved,
best?
he moved in.
now I live with Steven. So
Who was the best
Alex,
lover?
I kick her
Steven?
out.
Oh God, the best lover.
He's gonna say
Oh,
Blakeston.
I don't know. It's probably
Who?
Blakeston.
Have I slept the most nude with? It was either Chase or I think it was Chase. So probably Chase.
Nice.
I'm a generous genitalist lover.
Yep.
Diego got his own bed
Yeah, fuck that guy.
on the
He
top
did.
on the top bunk,
Uh-huh.
and then I personally didn't mind because Diego's a herbologist and doesn't wear deodorant.
More like germologist.
He studies herbology. So
I don't
there's
know.
this thing. There's this thing whenever you're
Stinkologist.
walking. If you've ever walked the streets of New York, you know how busy they are. You know how crowded they are with foot traffic. And sometimes you got to use some evasive maneuvers to get out of people's way. So Blakeston used this, and me too. I was using this time to practice my steps, if you will, my juke
Footwork.
moves, my spin moves. Desi is a master of the spin move now,
Mhm.
of juking people out. If they're coming, if you're doing a little face-to-face playing chicken guy, you just hit them with the, and go, you fake them out. You'll have people crossing their eyes. You'll have people, if you're Blakeston, you'll have old ladies falling over into the street. Never touch them, never make contact. Of course, don't be rude, but stepping people out and
They're not ready for it, especially
not
the
ready for-
NPCs of New York.
The NPCs weren't programmed to have such interactions, so
Well-
sometimes they glitch. Sometimes it creates a glitch.
There's a lot of NPCs. Let's just say that.
I think New York, because it's sheerly based on the density, they just
They can't render.
auto-filled a lot. Yeah, because
Their
there
rendering
was-
is bad there. It's not good graphics
Yep.
and stuff. I don't know.
I think most people don't have any programming depth. It's just they just are they just have a hitbox. And that's it.
Steven, do you want to go ahead and explain to the people what the NPCs of New York are, or in general?
Non-playable characters who have minimal programming and what to say, and they either hate you, have no response whatsoever, or they're pretty goddamn polite.
Yeah. Some are programmed to be polite. Some are, hey, hello.
Yep.
Just
no
walk right
response.
on.
I think
Short
that's
circuit.
most of them. No response.
Yeah.
Most
Well,
of
they
them are
don't have-
literally no response. Not me, not happy, not nothing. Just no
Yeah,
response.
so
There's
you
too
guys
much
know
text.
us. We bother literally any and everybody. This whole trip, I think we said hi to half of New York. Hello,
Hello.
Yeah.
hello,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
good day.
And if whoever was walking up front said it, everybody said,
Yeah.
hello.
So that
Oh,
person got six hellos back to back to back to back to back.
Diego would come
just
out of
trying to be
stores
friendly.
to do it.
But
Mhm.
to contrary to what I think a lot of people believe about New York, most people, not most, there is a lot of friendly people.
Mhm.
A lot of people who, if you put out the conversation on the subway, we were walking down the street and this lady had a community garden and she was literally messing with the lock. I said, what is this little oasis looking place? We talked to her for like 15 minutes.
Yep, about her community garden.
Just
and
So tight.
she was
There's
invited us to the events and all kinds of stuff.
So many people are down to talk and friendly. So I think if you're in New York and you think everybody's mean, I think that's probably a reflection on your attitude
Start
towards the city.
sparking some conversation with some people.
Yeah.
Just tell everyone hello all the time, forever.
Just say hello.
I think only one guy tried to fight us after we said hello.
And that was because we rolled up on 6 bikes.
And he
And he was
from,
a Scot.
And he wasn't from New York. You could tell he had a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Well, he could be living in New York though. You know.
But he wasn't from New York is what
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah.
You could tell he was from somewhere else. He was from the Scotland or Ireland. I don't know. I'm bad with accents.
He said, "What are you lads looking at?" or something like
What's
that.
you lads looking
Well-
at? And he was ready to throw down. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn, we just all we said was hello.
He was ready to throw down until 6 of us turned our heads.
Uh-huh.
He said,
He
"What's
said
up?"
that to one of us, and he said, "What's up?"
We just
What was that?
he said something. I was like, we just said hello,
We just said
dog.
hello.
He said-
Yeah.
He was on the phone too. He took time out of his phone call to be mad at us.
But that is true. There are way a lot of more nice people than I thought there would be. Just because people talk badly about the people in New York City.
Yep.
Hella friendly people. We even bothered one guy on the bus to the airport, talked to him for like 30 minutes about how friendly people were and how much fun the city has been and
And
how
it's
there's
true.
nice people catching this conversation everywhere we went.
Every time I've been to New York, I've progressively liked the city more and more. Jeez.
Right on, Desi.
Yeah, right on them. That's for
Give
you.
me-
For
I
later.
noticed
Give me the
even when
vid.
I wasn't bothering people, somebody was taking up
Oh,
the
yeah.
reins. One of it, usually Blakeston,
Hmm.
would be bothering people. And this is how I was playing my cards while we were there. People would be getting bothered. Blakeston or the boys would be having conversation. I'd be playing it cool until I'd be looking around and I would find who was laughing and I would drag them into it. For one example, we were at a coffee shop. Blakeston's flirting with the baristas behind the counter, doing his whole 9 yards. Steven is sitting on another man on a bench, literally sitting on his
And
lap.
Steven's best move is just to get
Steven's
all
best
up on
move is to
somebody.
get all up in somebody's business.
Well,
So Steven's sitting down. They're laughing, and this girl's over here working. She's on her computer, and she has headphones in, so I'm leaving her alone. I'm sitting kind of close to her though, because the coffee shop is smaller than our Airbnb.
Yep.
And I keep everything they're saying. She's over here, like chuckling, laughing to herself.
She's got them AirPods on transparency
She's got the
mode.
AirPods on transparency. So I was like, "Are you laughing at us?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so I started talking to her. She was like, "What are you guys?" Because we were wearing our LGM shirts, not the the LGM boys, but we were wearing the Let's Get Moving shirts. She's like, "What are you guys? What are these shirts?" So then we just drug her into the conversation. She was friendly and down to chat too. So
Yep.
these people, there's good people,
Yeah.
friendly people, kind people who are just regular ass human beings everywhere we went.
Yeah, it just seemed like it. We were definitely way out of the norm for New York. We were walking around grouped up, catching everybody in conversations, being loud, obnoxious, funny, sometimes annoying.
Funny.
I would assume to a lot of
Annoying.
people.
annoying's better.
But you could just tell, like, people knew instantly we were not from there.
Oh yeah.
We got home and this dude, Blakeston, was saying something funny. He said there was one part where Desi said something that I thought was inappropriate, and there was like kids nearby, and I was like, "Hey, Desi," and Blakeston said he had the same feeling of, "Hey, chill out," and Desi was like, "Oh no, I don't mind," and then we both laughed and we're like, "Yeah, that's a good fucking point." I was like, "Hey, bro, there's kids." He's like, "Oh, I don't mind one bit," and we're like, "Yeah, I respect that even more than the potential inappropriateness.
Well,
Whatever, send it."
We're in New York here, eh? I'm talking here.
Desi is a sleeper, you guys. He had like 6 of my funniest moments in New York that I know for a fact we're not getting the credit because I was the only one laughing. I think he's just too quiet. Desi, you had some bangers up in New York.
Well, it's because of that ass I eat bowl.
Yeah.
At one point during dinner, we was having a ramen at Goku Ramen or something
Mhm.
like that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was all hot and bothered and sweaty from eating, so I went outside for a break. I was literally sweating. Went outside for a break and got caught up in a conversation with 2 older locals and ended up missing out on all the appetizers I had just ordered.
Yeah, this dude was out
That was his
there.
fault.
Well, don't
'cause-
have to go on a break from dinner
I-
or morbid.
I was getting very sweaty before a party, and I wasn't about to have that.
Yeah,
Morbid.
We were on our way to a party that we got invited to. Some guy who owns a menswear fashion was hosting a party, free champagne,
Or even men's fashion wear.
men's fashion wear, whatever. And we're on our way, and we have 45 minutes to kill. So we're like, yeah, let's get food. Knowing we're gonna be late if we get food.
Yep.
Do not care.
Worth it.
Well, we do. Well, no, we care. but worth.
It was worth it.
But
So like we're eating, we get our entrees, we ordered more appetizers because the appetizers we had were very good. So we ordered more. Steven goes outside because he's hot bothered, sweating.
Morbid.
We're in there eating, killing our food. Everyone's eating, just eating the appetizers. I'm like, where is Steven? He's missing out.
Yep.
We finish, we pay the bill, everything. Steven's still outside.
They're having a good time with these dudes.
Out.
They're probably
We go outside.
As a matter of fact, they were 55 and 48, and they were just roasting each other. I joined the rotisserie, and we just lost track of time, having a good time with two older locals.
Yes, and I go out there. I was like, Steven, what are you doing?
Time.
And he was like, I was just talking. How long I've been out here? And I was like 15 minutes, dude. And he's like, what? What happened?
Went back
what
to
happened to
get
the food? We
the
killed it, dude.
Yeah,
It was probably
food
more
is
long gone.
Long
dog.
gone, man.
Oh, fuck.
It was a good. At one point, me, Desi, and Diego left the pack and went and had some New York pizza $1 slices. Which, by the way,
only one slice.
that's a
for the morning.
goddamn scam.
Oh yeah.
It's $1 slice for cheese. If you get 4 pepperonis, it's $1 per pepperoni. It's ridiculous. It goes from $1 to like $5 for a slice just for some pepperoni. But anyway, we were outside of the pizza shop, just chilling there, talking, and just all of a sudden there's just a crowd attracted, and we're just chilling, fucking
We're
talking
magnets.
shit.
We're straight magnets.
And we have like 5 people with us, and it's us. It's people from the pizza shop. We had the pizza shop owner out there.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Just
know?
shooting the shit out on the sidewalk.
Shooting the shit, having a good time, sharing stories, and I was just asking them, how the hell do you deal with the heat in this damn pizza shop? Because there's ovens in the front, ovens in the back, and it was just blistering hot in there.
That boy was
And
wearing a
then-
jacket and jeans.
And he was. It was ridiculous. But then,
That's doing way too much.
yeah, we had a whole pack of people just out there talking about pizza, eating.
I'd have been
shooting
butt
shit.
naked dripping on the pizza.
No.
I mean,
The only thing I don't like that was a little weird is we kept getting rained on, but it wasn't raining. I don't know what that water was. It might have been
it's
pee.
the air conditioners.
I really hope to God
it's
it's
the
air
quote
conditioner.
unquote window units. It's
I
the
hope to
pigeons
God.
pissing everywhere. It's the sky rats raining down.
The surveillance cameras are peeing
Oh,
on us.
We
saw
saw
our
New
first-
York City rats.
Yeah,
we saw our
we saw
first
multiple.
Doug, we were
first
there.
rats.
We were there for 5 days last time and didn't see not one rat. And I was like, these motherfucking New Yorkers out here lying telling tall tales about
sacks
the
of rats.
Sacks of rats telling tall tales about the natural wildlife of New York City. We finally saw one.
We saw a lot,
saw
actually.
multiple.
We FaceTimed him just to show him.
For the record, I still haven't seen one. But I did get a FaceTime because I was already back at the Airbnb. I did get a FaceTime saying, hey, look, we saw a fucking
look at the rat right here.
Look at the New
Yeah.
York rat. And it was indeed, it looked like Chuck E. Cheese. You know, when you're at Chuck E. Cheese, he comes out to do his little song and dance. It was that number. He was about 6'3", 450 pounds.
And they do travel in packs, I noticed.
Yeah, they were riding around getting it. Dude.
So New York rats do exist.
They do.
We were telling our friend John Whitney, shouts. If you don't follow him, go follow him on TikTok, John M. Whitney. He said, I was like, John, we haven't seen a rat yet. He said, here's what you got to do. He said, you got to go to Central Park at night, bring some bread with you or some pizza or something with you, start tossing it over by the bushes. They'll come out. I said, you have a fucking scheme to get the rats to come out of the woodwork. Yeah, that was funny when he was literally giving me techniques to see the rats. I was like, that's disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
Those rats
We learned Blakeston has a superpower.
Blakeston does
yes.
have a telekinetic superpower.
and it's getting
telekinesis.
stronger. It's getting stronger. He
was
was increasing his strength with what he was doing. with it.
Even after we split at the airport when we got home, he was doing the elevators for me and him, and he almost passed out. He literally had to lean on me and had a headache, and he's for like 3 hours. He's just not worth it whatsoever.
Worth it
After
for us.
being aware that it was not worth it, did it like 4 more times.
So it started off we're in the subway, and Blakeston says, "Hey, did you guys know I have a power? I can open the subway door when I want it to."
He would get stuck in these such long episodes of just
Not
of
breathing.
this
Yeah.
number.
Yep.
But you're missing the vein. He also has this massive vein.
It's a
like
vein
this.
on
Like,
the
think
side
like
of his
this.
head, and he would be all flexed out, purple in the face, not red in the face,
Purple.
in the face, holding his breath and flexing and staring at stuff until he was trembling. And then the subway doors open.
His first joke, he swore he had the timing down. He put on this show that lasted like 2.5 minutes because he swore. Hold on.
To be fair, we were stopped. We were stopped waiting for the doors to open. And for whatever reason, the doors were not opening because usually they're pretty fast. You stop.
Usually
no, they
doors-
weren't closing.
Yeah, usually they open. 20 seconds tops, they're closing. So he waited until like 10 seconds into the doors being open. But for some reason, we were on a delay because the doors stayed open for like 3 minutes. And he's over there halfway through. He's like, watch this, you guys. Flexing out. And the doors are not closing to save his life. Literally to save his life.
Chase
Amplified the
literally peed his pants. It was hilarious. And
I'm over here
anytime Chase pees his pants, that sends me. So I'm laughing even harder.
Yep. What's that?
That's him pinching.
This
I'm
the
over here.
clamp.
This is the number on the tip. It's this number. Because I get a full
Clamping the
clamp.
tip.
I get a full clampage. I'm over here dying
Going seal.
laughing. I'm over here dying laughing because Blakeston is flexed out of his mind. He looks so uncomfortable, purple in the face, veins bulging from every corner of the earth.
The commitment was 110.
Yeah, I cannot
Every-
knock him for that.
Every one of Blakeston's jokes hits because he puts in full commitment. He
Yep.
tripped over many signs,
Yeah.
many of signs. Not intentionally.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
like that he'd
so
wait until he passed somebody. And goes,
Needless to say, that became one of Blakeston's staple jokes for the trip. Anytime we were on the subway, then it evolved to elevators,
Elevators.
elevator doors,
Elevator, Escalators.
automatic doors, escalators.
Look at this. Watch this. I'm going to bring this up to the next level.
Do you guys remember his final feat?
Yep.
The
Tell him
airplane.
about the final feat.
This man.
Oh, well, hold on. He was in first class.
First of all, he was in first class. We all thought we were about to miss our stop until Blakeston stepped in and did his thug thizzle, and he stopped us at KCI.
We're in the plane, and Blakeston is up in first class, but we're kind of close to the front, so we're
Yeah,
only
we're
like
like 2
3 or
rows
4
back.
rows behind him. And Kyle, you exaggerate everything. You don't even have to exaggerate where we were on the plane. We're like 5 rows back. Don't say 2. He exaggerates everything. There's no need.
We were legit like
we were
2
right
rows
behind
back.
him.
I was
sat in
in
his
front
lap.
of we were in front of Blakeston.
You were behind me.
I was in the cockpit.
we were a few rows back.
If you were behind me and Steven,
We were right
we were
behind you.
2 rows. Yeah, there's 2 rows.
Was he the first one in for the last?
He was the
one?
last one
the
in
last one.
first class.
There was 2 people ahead of us. You were the third back.
All right.
I mean, if you're counting his row, I'm saying there's 2 rows in between us and then him.
All right. Yeah, Kyle's right. I think that's right. We were
All that for that.
we were landing the plane, and then Blakeston hadn't talked to us all the flight because he's up in first class and he didn't
Well,
want to
why
talk.
would he talk to the
He
peasants?
wouldn't want to talk to the poor peasants.
We almost got him kicked off by the flight attendant. Hey, tell that guy, shut the fuck up and don't look back here. This guy, dude, this flight attendant we had him dying saying that he's got our back. He'll
Yep.
kick Blakeston off, that he'll give us all the freebies from first class. I said, just give me his drinks and his food.
He really needed that, by the way. I was talking to him after we got off the plane. You guys were ahead, and it was just me and him chit-chatting.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a rough day. He was working like almost 48 hours straight.
Oh,
And yeah, I was just talking about what's going on with him. He was like legit started crying. I was like, oh shit, man, everything all right? Let me give you a hug. I was loving on him for a second, and then he
Kissed him.
had a big old smile after that.
yeah, that's
Nice.
freaking cool.
Yeah, he was very
This
cool.
dude was getting drug into the shenanigans and having a good ass time.
Yeah, he legit told me, he was like, you guys are the kind of people I like having on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I bet.
So Blakeston's up in front of us, and we're all landing. We got our headphones out. We're finally starting to talk again, and we was like, hold on, how are we gonna stop? And then we knew
We're
Blakeston.
about to overshoot our
Blakeston,
stop.
Overheard.
we're gonna overshoot the runway. We need you to stop this plane. So this dude is up there, up like multiple rows ahead of us, and he's not sitting in his chair because then we wouldn't be able to see him. This dude is leaned in the aisle, leaned all the way in the aisle so we can see him, flexing to stop the plane,
Using the power of the force.
using the power of the Jedi Force with the vein
Telekinesis.
on the head of this number. The vein is running through his head.
It was
It's
massive.
literally the size of my thumb. It was this
It
number.
was bigger than him.
He was
if you're
flex-
catching what I'm putting down.
It was bigger than Blakeston, if you know what
It
I
was
mean.
bigger
It
than
was
him.
this number
Yeah.
in
was this
girth
number.
and width and length, and it was running up. It was running up the side of his head like this because he's flexed out. And thank God for Blakeston, you guys.
Or else we wouldn't have been home.
He brought the plane to a stop.
Yeah.
To bring a whole plane, yeah, that dude's powers are definitely evolving.
He
Yeah.
also was stopping the trains at the same time.
We could
Just- they
text
don't
him.
stop, just so you know.
We could text him right now, and we could tell him, Blakeston, dude, the Earth is not going to spin on its own, and he will send a video. I guarantee. Well, let's see if I can do it. You guys keep talking.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think it's a guaranteed thing.
He
He'll
will.
send a video of him.
Wait, hold on. He might
All right,
be
the world's spinning. You know,
His
it's good for
commitment.
another 24
he
His
hours.
might
commitment to
be
these
in a
jokes.
local coffee joint working on his clothing brand. He might be busy.
Oh, it's true.
Well, he has enough time to fucking do this.
You would think.
No,
but
he does. He can work and flex. Like,
Oh, guys.
I wager $10 that he will.
We did
in a timely manner.
We did a improv class.
Oh,
it was a rain. So we went to the gym for the gym collab photo shoot, video shoot type thing. And he had mentioned that they're hosting an improv class in his gym on like 2 days later. Shout out Alejandro and Pressure Fitness.
Chill.
Pressure Fitness.
Pressure Fitness. And
no pressure, no diamond.
So the day of the
it's Diego's best shirt.
The day of the improv class, we're close to the gym. We get some food per usual before we do literally anything. Mm-hmm. We're like,
food and lattes.
This guy promised us we'd be out in 45 minutes.
No. He knew. I said, we're kind of in a hurry, so we'll just do appetizers and we'll just put the order in immediately.
Yep. Anyways, so we're like 20 minutes late.
Chase.
We called Joe.
There's
Joe
no
says,
you
guys don't have to be there. This was just like a for fun thing. You had extra time, so, whatever. You guys don't have to show up. So we're all sitting there like, yeah, we're already like 20 minutes late. Like, we shouldn't. Like, we're just going to skip it. Like,
let's go to
we're
Airbnb.
all tired, and I don't really feel like it. But if we do go, we know
just for the record, I
was
wasn't that. I was DTF to go.
Yeah. He wasn't tired at all the whole trip.
He was never tired, and he was never wanting to skip on anything.
He never passed out and
It's
then
true.
woke up to rip ass and then passed out immediately after again. It didn't happen. Not once.
So anyways, then Joe texted us and said, how far out are you guys? Alejandro's holding up the class for you. He really wants you to be there. And we're like, fuck. Like, we'll be there. We're like 5 minutes away. Was it?
Nothing.
How far was
We were
it?
literally like 200 feet away. It was half of that block and then half of the other block.
We were still late.
Still like 30 minutes late.
We were 100 feet away.
We were 4 feet. We were out. We
We
were
were
in the
literally
gym.
in the gym already.
We were close.
We were
So we
eating
were
it.
like, fuck, we kind of have to go.
Yeah. So we went, we showed up, and the instant we walk into the door, the energy just exploded from inside of me and inside of every single one of us.
Yeah, we
And
were not tired no more.
We took over that class.
Hold on, because we all knew that was going to happen,
Yep.
even though we were still. I mean, you guys were still debating. Oh, should we do it? We're
I
tired.
wasn't nervy to go late.
It's like
I wasn't nervy to go late.
Yeah. Anyway, so he had held up the class. They had just started the introductions of all the other people that were in the class. So we roll up, they redo all the introductions, and it was from the jump. I think we were all naturals. None of it. Not once have we ever been.
this was my action after I introduced myself. My name is Steven.
Well, explain. So
Yes,
in the
that's your job.
introductions, you go in, you say your name, and you give an action. I think I do a handstand. Chase, you did a backflip. You did that number.
Well, you guys only did that because what's his name showed off and he's like did a fucking push up to
a star number?
Yeah, he was doing all sorts of stuff and he's like,
It was
okay,
really
watch
cool
this.
though. So
Bumby.
I don't think I saw that. I think I walked in.
You walked in late and they just told you what to do.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
went
like,
to the
fuck it.
Yeah.
No, he
And
said,
no,
has
he
anybody
said-
done a backflip?
He said, anyone done a
Send
backflip?
it.
I said, no, send it.
Yep.
So there was that, and then I mean, the amount of stories, the entire thing was hilarious.
Oh,
So it's like hard to like describe perfect stories.
It was hard to get a break from the laughing.
There was the improv instructor there. She's a freaking gangster. Her name was Ellen. She she literally was putting on a damn class and giving it, and you could tell it was beginner. She said that sometimes she'll do improv, and like if you've done it a lot and you're like in theater and stuff like that and have a lot of years of acting under your belt, she said they'll just get one word prompts or one noise or one sound, and they'll have to create a whole scene based around that. She was giving us whole entire scenes. She was giving us scenes like, okay, you're the employer, you're the employee, and you're about to fire him, and you guys got to go through why did he get fired, blah, the whole 9 yards. She's giving us a whole scene and then letting us act it out, and she was setting us up with some funny ass scenes. She gave Kyle was up against his high school best friend for a part in the school play.
Peter Pan,
and
I think.
Just so you guys know, so we were doing duo scenes. I went out of my way to make sure that my duo scene partner was not one of us. Was
Can
like
we
a random
pause in the program real quick? Pause the program.
I said, Blakeston, the world isn't going to spin itself. Can you lend a hand?
Someone's got to do it.
Oh, here it is. I can see it. It's starting.
There it is.
I already got lightheaded just then. Just now. It might be too risky business. At the gym, I'm gonna save my powers.
He's gonna save his powers, but he did start a little bit.
He
What
started
a
the world.
puss. We were just bragging about he always goes 110.
This
No,
dude
he gave it a jump start. It's
That's
fine.
the first. He did give. I think his powers are so strong. He just needed a little bit to get the ball rolling. If you know what I mean.
It's good for another couple hours. He'll hit it full force later on.
Yeah, this dude when he sent it on the plane was the best one. He was literally. I thought it looked like he was gonna make his own head explode. Is how hard he was flexing.
Yeah.
Beat red.
It was incredible.
But anyways, so
Beaten red.
so I'm up there with this random guy, and our prompt was two best friends. We both applied for the number one part in the play. We have
Lead
to
role.
Lead role. We have to discuss, who got it, figure that all. I said, shut up. I already know what I'm gonna say. And she says, all right, ready, go. And I say, it sucks you didn't get the part. And the whole purpose of the what is it called?
Exercise.
The exercise was yes and. Whatever one person said, it was yes. That is what happened. And you have to build on top of it. So me starting off, leading off that I got the part means he had to go along with it from the jump. And you could tell he was agitated from the first thing. So then he comes to get me, thinks he's trying to get me, saying the lead role was for Cinderella and I have to play a girl. And that he's not too mad about it because he gets the second role,
Which is
as
the
Prince Charming. And I said, yeah, perfect. I'm okay with that. I pull my hair out, let my hair down,
Shake the hair.
shake the hair out, and we're just kind of going back and forth.
And it ended in a slow dance.
And he said, well, let's act out the first scene. I said, perfect. I think it's a dance. So we fucking get together and we start doing a little slow dance and she ends
Meet to meet.
Yeah.
It was a good one. So she set up different scenes like that for the different partners and then some group stuff as well, some train involvement going on. And it was a very, very, very fun experience.
So fun.
That we laughed through the entire
By
thing.
far the funnest thing I've done in New York.
That was literally proof, and we talked about it before we even went, of like, this is going to be one of those things we don't want to go to now, but we're going to force yourself to do it and be like, this is going to be fucking epic.
And it was even better.
it was
than
even
that.
better.
Yeah, it was even
Better.
better than we could have ever imagined.
Exactly what
In
they
our
said.
defense, we were messing with Anthony, messing with people for like, what was it, over an hour straight?
Yeah.
Just interviewing people doing squats in VR, as many as you could do in 30
Well,
seconds.
and we
Well,
were,
you didn't do
and
them.
we
You
were
only did it once.
late. We were late to the thing with Anthony.
No.
Some of us
I
were.
blame. Who do I blame?
Actually, it was you with the directions because you fucking got the wrong.
Honestly, that
street
worked
name.
out. That worked out perfectly, boys, because it was a lot of setting up and walking over there. It would have been mayhem if we were all there. You guys got there at the perfect time.
All right, deal.
Yeah,
we weren't
well,
late.
we
In my
practiced.
defense, I
We
was
did it.
making a TikTok and I just told Siri, take me to whatever Joe just said, 9th and whatever, and it worked. So we sent it while I was making the TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was making a TikTok, walking the whole thing with my headphones in, not paying attention. I said, I'm trusting you guys. I'm doing this, editing a TikTok, walking, barely noticing cars. This
Step
number.
and working on your step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we ended up not that far away. It was like 6 minutes. It took us 6
It was
minutes
a
in the
straight
wrong
shot,
direction.
just-
Yeah, just walk down the street.
We did 2 photo shoots with our buddy
Eduardo.
Eduardo, who is a freaking gangster
So
and has
dope.
the eye and has the skill and has the talent. He's been a full-time photographer
Oh, I got
for
1
2
minute.
years. He has been a photographer for 4 years, but been a full-time photographer for 2 years as his only source of income. And he hooked it up and does these absolutely incredible photo shoots, did some undies photo shoots, did some nice streetwear photo shoots, did some photo shoots out in Times Square, the whole 9 yards. So shouts to Eduardo, shouts to Joe for lining that up again. And I'm sure we'll have some pics of all of us to post here within the next
Yeah.
few days.
I am
so
most excited to see the
last shoot.
the first shoot of the second day, where you were staring at the flag or whatever.
Yep.
That's gonna look really freaking
Yeah,
cool.
we couldn't
So
have asked for better weather. I think the overcast makes it so it's bright as day outside without being sunny and overexposed and weird shadows and stuff. It's like literally a light diffuser for the sun.
He did
was
his
perfect.
photography magic and made that
So
happen.
this was
for
our
us.
first street photography photo shoot that we've had, and that was
In New York?
So
in
fun.
New York, yeah. And it was by far my favorite photo shoot of
Mm-hmm.
us just being out on the street. Like there were photos where these guys were taking photos, doing funny things, doing some just standing up, being obnoxious, and people in the
Standing on
background.
poles.
Or I can see them in the picture, looking, laughing, pointing,
And taking pictures.
and taking
Gangs of
pictures
people just
of
taking
us.
videos and pictures
Yeah,
of
we
us.
were getting professionally photographed and then amateured as well.
Amateurs were photographying all over us.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure, go check out all the other socials and like and follow and subscribe if you want to see the end results for what we're talking about, because they're going to be very
Yeah,
good.
we'll be posting them on all platforms, and there's more videos to come. I think we have a few more things that need to be edited, and especially on Patreon, more of the behind the scenes things that are going on that aren't getting posted on Instagram and TikToks and stuff. Just
Stuff that can't be posted on
stuff that
Instagram.
can't
and
be
TikTok.
posted on there.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
yada what I mean, yada what I'm saying, yada what I'm
more
feeling.
times. So make sure you go follow us on all the other programs. we will definitely be going back to New York. I think the
Quarterly, please.
The more often, the better, because we always have a good time. We always get very good content out of it. And make sure to subscribe to this podcast. Follow the channel for next week's episode. I was talking to Kyle about it before you guys got in here. I have an idea of what we could be talking about. And I want you guys over the next week to be thinking about different theories that dictate your life, your choices, your actions, why you live your life and how you live your life, and bring some theories to the table. That way we could talk about our theories of how we live our life.
Which I think is very perfect, because a lot of people in the comments I've been noticing have been saying things along the lines of they love the way that we're living our lives. We always seem like we're having fun, that, as a group, we're so open and comfortable with each other, and that, they wish they had that. And I have a lot of theories personally about that subject on the way I operate my life and the direction I'm going. So I think it'll be great.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck.
I do want to do a quick review of New York.
Oh, brother.
So from my point of view, I'm one that wants to be alone in the country, you know what I'm saying, to myself. If you haven't been to New York and you're scared for whatever reason, social anxiety, too much going on, I'm kind of that way, but not quite. Fucking do it. It's an absolute vibe. There's so much going on. It could be overwhelming, but just enjoy
Lean
it.
into
Watch.
that overwhelming.
Step
lean
out of your
into it.
comfort zone. Yeah.
Step out of your comfort zone and definitely give it a go, because it was very much worth it. And I am considering moving there one day. It's
I'm
that
not.
fucking
I'm
cool.
not opposed.
And I'm a country boy,
Yeah.
leave me alone vibe, and I'm considering getting something going on there.
I'm not opposed to like having a like space up there, and maybe not living there full time, but having a spot up there that rent out, but then can go stay as needed.
Yeah.
Would be super dope.
Endless cuisine is my
Yeah.
biggest
Dude, and
attraction.
I think it's how you look at it, Steven. I think there's beauty everywhere. People are beautiful, dude. People are friendly and fun and lovely. And if you create that universe for yourself to live in, you're going to be exposed to that most places that you go. And if you just love people and accept people, and those people are everywhere.
New Yorkers have this negative, mean connotation
No.
that people like to give them. And no, if you can just be nice and figure out how to get the best out of people, it's an absolute vibe and a blast. And I want to go as much as possible.
You give nice, you get nice.
100%.
Anyways. All right. Till next week. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, again, make sure to check out all the socials for some additional content.
Love, bye.
Fucking
Bye,
yeah,
love you.
baby. Fuck.
Fucking love you.